Hey guys, how are you? Just Steve here again. In my previous video I was talking about flexibility and sort of how long to stretch for and an approach to take. And I mentioned in that video about I was going to make a video about chest flexibility, and this is about flexibility, but it's also about posture and a little bit about lifestyle. So I don't know about you, but there's a lot of people I know who go and have sports massages, Swedish massages, acupuncture in their upper back because it aches a lot. Their neck aches. And what you tend to find is a lot of these people are sitting down at a desk a lot during the day. Not always, but they might be. I've got one client and their job now means on their feet, but they've got to hold an iPad. They've got to look down at the iPad. So even though they're standing up, they're looking down. And what do these things all have in common from a postural point of view? Well, what they have in common is that you tend to find that you slouch, that your shoulders tend to start to come together. That if you look on a side angle, your chin protrudes forward. But let's think of that from a different point of view. What's actually happening there to those muscles? Not necessarily to your neck, because that's pushing forward and lifting, those muscles are shortening. But let's think about your upper back. To keep it simplistic here, the muscles are elongating, right? I mean, if these 2 points in the front are coming closer together, the opposing area must be elongating. So it may be under tension, so it's going to feel uncomfortable. Does that mean it needs to be massaged? Well, it probably feels good, probably gives you a little bit of relief, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be massaged. Probably what you're going to find is that the chest musculature and the shoulders are becoming tight, and actually that's the area that needs to be opened up, stretched, and the opposing area needs to be shortened or strengthened. So this is where postural exercises, things to strengthen your upper back, is highly important, coupled with relative flexibility exercises for the front of your body, as well as perhaps massages on the front of your shoulders, in your chest. But these things, people sort of get confused because a lot of people automatically think, well, the area that feels uncomfortable is the area that I need to have released or some form of relief from. And I understand that, but in actual fact, it's probably the area that you're not aware of, your chest. So a good thing to be doing is thinking about how you're sitting, how you're standing. You see this with a lot of youngsters these days, a lot of teenagers, especially taller people. They tend to want to hide away. And probably a lot of you know that someone, if they're a little bit sad or depressed, again, they're going to be curled up. It's a comforting position. Or if they're quite tall, they may pull their shoulders forward and sort of look down more to bring themselves to the other person's level more. But whatever the case might be, you're affecting your posture. Your thoracic spine is probably going to stiffen up as well, and there's not going to be as much mobility there. And hell, we could go on here, because that's going to have an impact onto your lower back. But just sticking at the moment with chest flexibility, it is highly important to get these muscles nice and open, and your upper back, the area that you probably want to massage, strengthened. So things like deadlifts, rowing exercises, face pull exercises. It's going to help strengthen the upper back, as well as endurance-based exercises, things like cobras, things where you're pulling your shoulder blades together at the back and down and holding it for a prolonged period of time. These things are going to give the muscles the endurance and the strength to help keep you upright, take the load off of your thoracic spine, and the chances are you're not going to ache there as much and want to spend money having it released. Now, if you just want to have a massage because you enjoy it and it makes you feel good, fantastic. And don't get me wrong, you probably have got some trigger points developing in those areas, so you still may have to have a massage now and then, but doing that and neglecting your posture isn't ideal. So if you are somebody who sits at an office desk, looks at a computer, or you're looking down, or you've had periods in your life where you've been a bit depressed maybe, any of these things, you may find that your posture's getting affected. And look, just because you don't fit into those categories doesn't mean to say that your posture's not. You could be like me when I was younger. I wanted a big chest. I'd go down the gym and it'd be chest all the time, right? And loads of bicep work. And what do? Well, I didn't get a good looking chest, I'll tell you that much. I'd developed a few imbalances in my body. So again, making sure that your gym program is well balanced. There's some people out there that say, actually, well, if you're doing 3 chest exercises, say 3 to 4 sets, so let's say you're doing 12 sets for your chest, you want to be doing at least 20 for your back. Now, I'm not saying that's correct, but you know what you need to be doing? You need to at least be balancing it. So however many presses you're doing in front of your body, you definitely want to be doing the same opposing, same amount of rowing exercises, right? In the same plane of movement. So again, a few things to think about there, guys. But just going and having a massage on this area isn't going to change it. It's going to give you some temporary relief, but it's not necessarily going to solve the problem. So again, think about your posture, think about sitting up tall, think about stretching your chest and strengthening and developing endurance in your upper back. And another great thing to do with this, obviously, is yoga, but also is Pilates. That's fantastic for helping to strengthen your upper back. And there's tons of information out there on the web where you can find appropriate exercises to actually help do this. But I do recommend seeing a trainer for this. So yeah, hope that's informative for you. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.